Uncanny Inhumans number 20 by Soule and Ario Anindito. Maximus is at long last finished with his plan to create more terrigen crystals. In India, he opens Banyan's workshop doors to show everyone the big finish. There before them lies an incredible factory with Banyan's best men and a crazy Inhuman engineer named Kludge. Maximus gets the factory to work while Lineage and Triton discuss a plan to murder him as soon as possible. Compelled to wait until the crystals are finished, it takes 3 days and Maximus tells them that he's done. They walk in and instead of building crystals, he and Kludge have built a gigantic robot they intend to step on mutants with. Banyan is infuriated. He intends to take his anger out on Maximus, but not before the Unspoken returns. Intent on getting the crystals from him, the Unspoken is still also a little upset with being forced to marry a fish queen. She allows him to get his revenge before they're to spawn. Maximus and Kludge jump into the gigantic robot, and the battle is on. Banyan watches as it crushes the factory before pulling out a gigantic sword to fight the robotic fish that the Unspoken and his queen are in. It swipes the robot, and there on the tip of the sword rests the Unspoken. Unfortunately for Maximus, Kludge used terrigen to fuel the robot, and instead it fuels the Unspoken into a giant. It tears the robot in half, and Maximus attempts to take over his brain. Banyan once again comes after him, and Triton cuts the woodman's hands, arms, and jaw off. With the Unspoken threat neutralized, somehow, Triton asks why Maximus didn't just make the crystals. He essentially alludes to the fact that he's the only one who can make them, thus becoming too important to ever kill. The issue ends with an Inhumans vs. X-Men epilogue. Black Bolt and the newly unthroned Medusa sit in a bar talking. Since Emma Frost's attack is wearing off on the former Inhuman king, conversation is something that he won't be able to engage in for much longer. She asks him if he'd known the effects of terrigen on mutants, would he have released it, and he tells her no. They recap the events of the series and how their newly grown numbers will allow them that much power. Black Bolt's speech shatters her wine glass, pretty much rendering him forever mute once again, and Flagman runs in. A huge party has been organized for the Queen's farewell. They salute her. She raises her glass and salutes them back. To the future, she says, and all rejoice. And with that, this series comes to a close. The last page of this comic is a letter from Soule to his audience, and I have to say, it's a pretty good one. He was basically told to take these characters and turn them into something. Essentially, he took, at best, some B to C level cast-offs and formed what will become more and more important to a franchise to Marvel. Not an easy task, and he's gracious to his pencilers, editors, and readers for helping him do it. He did a good job. I give this issue a 10 out of 10 as a worthy final issue, and I'm looking forward to seeing where they take the Inhumans next. If you like this video, there's hundreds more like it, spanning several current and classic story arcs. Click the boxes to the right for more. This video is also accompanied by my blog at nerdiestkidyouknow.blogspot.com or nerdiestkidyouknow.com. You can also follow links to my Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter pages, as well as a link to this very issue for sale in my eBay store by clicking below. For the Nerdiest Kid You Know, I'm Sam Torito. Thanks for watching.